This is Tom Painter. Thank you so much for being with us. And I could say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening because we got people all over the world that's part of our world. And we're so grateful to you that you're all here. Thank you for being part of our world and making this happen. This is the successandmoneyfoundation.org. We're a nonprofit educational foundation. We teach kids, teens, young adults, and adults about success and money because you didn't learn it in school or you didn't take those classes in school. And the one thing that I've learned traveling all over the world and ripe old age of 64, how the heck I got here, I don't know. Last time I remember, I was in my 40s, and it goes really fast. But life's a game, and games are fun. As you think about your world and what's going on in your world and everything that's going around, and I want you to step back one step, and I want you to think about the game of success and money. Life's a game, and games are fun. Families are a game and games are fun. Finance is a game and games are fun. Let's have some fun. We're not curing cancer here. We're not playing the squid game. Nobody's going to die if you don't get the right answer. In fact, you're going to fail half the time. If you flip a coin, you got a chance of heads or tails. You got a 50-50 shot. And actually, it could land up on its edge. There's three sides to a coin. There's the edge, and there's the heads and the tails. Somebody's making money on that little edge as well. But life's a game, and if you flip your coin 100 times, you're probably going to lose 50 times. The key is that if I said you have to get 100 heads, then I don't care how many times that you fail. All I care about is that you flip the coin a couple hundred times until you get what you want. You're going to fail. That's part of the game. That's the feedback. If you didn't fail, it wouldn't be any fun. If all you did was win every time, it would just be so boring. It wouldn't be any fun. So we're going to be celebrating you today. We're going to talk more about the game of life in one of the next sections. But I really want to bring my two cohorts out here. These are the guys that make this all happen. I've got Jake and Ethan. These are techno wizards that make all this happen. I get to come up with crazy ideas, and it's these guys that pull it all off to make it all happen. And we're celebrating hitting over 10,000 students and 136,000 hours of online classes. And I just want to thank these guys for making this happen, making it all happen, because without these young guys, it wouldn't happen. So I'm going to turn the time over to my two buddies and friends and the techno wizards that are making all this happen, Jake and Ethan. Let's talk about the student successes, because that's really what we're here for. Jake, Ethan, take it away.
All right, let's take a look at what we've done this week. Here we go. Make sure that pulls up okay. Okay, let's celebrate some of our successes. So this week, like you just saw on Tom's screen, we just hit 10,441 students, which is super exciting. We're almost to the 10,500 mark. I'm sure we'll be there really shortly. So it's great. And we've got these hours online. You guys have been learning and putting in the time in these live classes as well as online on your own time. In any free time you have, you're spending that learning. And we're at 136,198 hours online. And that's all because of you guys. These are our top enrollers by the hours. So their enrollments have had the most hours in the last week. And we've got some familiar faces up here. Johnson Etor is in first place this week with 18 active people that were online for 180 hours. And that's pretty impressive. Jerome Uvas was with 5 people. He had 76 hours. And Mary Faye Senyel had 2 active enrollments with 47 hours. So you guys are really making a difference in other people's lives by sharing this with them. And you can see that the people that you're sharing it with are really excited about it and they're learning. And that's what's important here, that people are learning and that they're going out and making it happen themselves and they're improving their own lives. Okay, so by active enrollments, Johnson is on top again. Ao is in second place for this one. He had 8 active enrollments this week. And Jerome Ubas had 5. And it looks like he was tied with Genesis here as well. So if you see your name on this list as well, guys, great job. Thank you for going out and sharing this with other people. It really makes a big difference for us, for the foundation, and but most importantly, it makes a big difference for the people that you're sharing it with. And then individual hours, John Reyes had the most hours this week. Second place, we had Oscar Galutera, Genesis Dominguez in third, and Renante Sidmano in fourth. And the rest of you guys did amazing as well. Great job putting in the time to learn all of this content. You know, we have some people on the site, I think, that have gone over 300 hours of learning, which is amazing. That's like I don't know how many hours is a college course. It's got to be getting close to there. So great work, everyone. And just want to say congratulations to all of you. And if you're in the Zoom call today and you saw your name on the board, congratulations. And you're going to be qualifying to earn some Buffett bucks later today as well. So congratulations, everyone.
Ethan, let's go back a couple of the pages, if you would, please, and just so we
Sure.
can understand. You know, there's two pieces to what we're doing. One is the hours. Now, one of the things you're looking at is you're looking at Johnson always kind of up the top, because what happens is the more people that you enroll, then the more people that you have in your pool. So what it's doing is going in and saying, hey, of all the people you've enrolled, how many of them this week got really aggressive and went through a lot of classes? And you can see that's what it's showing right here with Johnson and all those numbers. So there's two things we're really measuring. One is the number of new people that you're enrolling. And so AOL, he's doing really great. He's put in another 8 this week. Now the second part of that is getting them to go to class. So one thing is getting a membership, which is awesome. That's the first step. Without a membership, nothing else can happen. So the first thing you got to do is help them get that membership. Number 2 is that we've got to help them get through those classes. The reason we set the system up the way we did it is so that you could be their cheerleader. When you enroll someone, when you share your link with someone, they're connected to you. So you can go to the leaderboard and you can pull it down and show that. In fact, even let's just pop over there for a second if we can. Let's go to successandmoneyfoundation.org, because I want you to understand how cool of a system that we've created to make this all work. And so you pull it over there to the top enrollers and their group, and this will pull you up, and it's got everybody. Everybody has their own group. Everybody's got their own group. So if you're a parent, you enroll your kids. Now you can see how they're doing, and your job is to encourage. Your job is to be the cheerleader. Your job is to help them get through it. You know, we're trying to help them make a difference. And so if you'll see that, you'll see that there's all the people at Johnson's enrolled. These enrolled 340 people, but you'll be able to click on your name, and it'll pull up all the people that you've enrolled and how many hours they've spent this last week or the last 30 days. That's why this system is so cool, because you are the cheerleader. You are the influencer. You're the one that's going to help your family. Now, the first thing you got to do is you need to get a class yourself. You need to go through these classes. There's so much negativity in the world. There's so much advertising. Everybody wants your attention. You know, back in the day, when I was growing up, there was only 3 TV stations and a couple of radio stations. And so that was it. And a newspaper. That's all the news we got. And then you drive down the street and you start seeing billboards. Well, everybody wants your attention. Signs, you know, come into the store, 50% off. Everybody's saying, hey, come here. Now it's even more nuts. Instead of having just three TV stations, there's hundreds. There's 400 or 500 stations. And now it's even crazier with the internet and with the advent of social media. Now everybody's got a channel, and there's hundreds and hundreds of thousands of those. So the challenge is that everybody's screaming for your attention. And so the goal is to get your attention where we need to put it. You know, everybody's in this trance. We got to get you out of that trance and get you into class. That's the key. If you don't give your child one thing, money, knowledge, or an experience, what are you going to give them? Well, a lot of times we just give them the money and say, good luck. You know, that's like giving them the keys to the Ferrari without driver's license and even teaching them how to drive the Ferrari. What are they going to do? They're going to pile up the Ferrari. Number two is we can give them the owner's manual. Hey, here's the owner's manual. Why don't you just read this manual and go drive the Ferrari? Well, they're going to pile up the Ferrari. And then, of course, the last one is give them a good experience. Give them a good experience about money. My daughter, I taught her how to drive, and she didn't want to drive, and so she waited quite a while to drive. And what did we do? I didn't give her the keys to the car and just say, good luck, get out on the freeway. No, we started in the church parking lot, and we would drive up and down in the parking lot where there's nobody there. And then we would drive down the lines, and then we taught them how to park into a parking stall when nobody's there. And then eventually we went onto a small road, then a little bit bigger road and a bigger road. And we've been practicing and practicing and practicing. So the most important thing was step 3 is actually doing it, and doing it with someone that you love. So that's how you make this work. You either give them the money, you give them the knowledge, or you put your arm around them and help them go do it and be part of that. And guess what? When you do that, you will learn more than they will. You will learn more by teaching them. It's amazing. I learned new things about driving because I had to be the instructor to help my daughter learn how to drive. So that's the key. So as you look at these wonderful stats, we created these leaderboards for you to have fun, because games are fun. We're having some fun with it. And you've got some wonderful leaderboards. This will show you the top influencers, the people that you've enrolled. There's also one right next to it down below there that'll show you all the people you've enrolled and all the people they've enrolled. So what kind of an impact are you having? This is the thing that people don't get. You don't know what kind of a positive impact that you're making on someone. When I was a teenager, this lady in our neighborhood gave 5 of us kids a $2 bill, and she gave us 22 cents to give away. Now that's like a $20 bill today or more. And as far as I know, she only did it with 5 of us kids. I don't know if she did it with anybody else. She gave us a bank, and this is for long-term saving, investing, to serve a Christian mission, to help other people, to go to school. But she planted that seed. Now she has no idea. She has absolutely no idea that that seed was planted with me, and that I've replicated that seed thousands and thousands and thousands of times. So this is the $2 bill. This is a $2 bill. And there's the 22 cents and that she gave us. Now, this isn't the one. This is one that I've replicated. And I've literally given away thousands and thousands of these. So one little trickle, one little thing that someone did that she had, I don't think she had any, I know she did, because she passed away a handful of years later, but she had no idea that us kids took that to heart. My mom and dad, they taught us things. My dad didn't really see what we did in the foundation. He did see all the successes we had, and he saw a lot of the things that we created and some of the events that we helped put on. But you'd never know your impact. You don't know your impact for good, and you don't know your impact for bad. Bob Allen says it best. He says that good parents give their kids good memories. Bad parents give their kids bad memories. When you die, you're going to pull out your iPhone and you're going to look at all your pictures. Except for all the pictures on your iPhone are going to be your pictures of your life. Scary. As you look at those pictures, you're going to say, did I do good here? Did I do bad here? Did I help someone, or did I hurt someone? And all of us make mistakes. All of us are, this game of life, sometimes you're taken prisoners. Sometimes, to get ahead and make it work, you got to play the game, and you got to find a way that you can win. But you also got to find a way to bring the people with you so that everybody can win in a certain and different degree. That's really the key. Every life is precious. Every life has equal value. Every one of you sitting right here. You look at your kids, you're a miracle. You are a miracle. Your children are a miracle. You are a spiritual being having an earthly experience. Wow. And as you look at that family, I want you to think about every person you see. They've got a spirit and a soul just like you. They feel pain, they feel fear, they feel success. They feel hunger. They have issues. They've got all kinds of things that are happening, cards that they've been dealt, and the cards aren't very good. Some people got some really crappy cards. As you're playing the game of life and you're playing the card game, some of you got some crappy cards. Some of you got some incredibly good cards. But here's the wonderful thing about playing the cards. You don't have to keep the hands you were dealt. You can trade them in. Now you have to do something. You've got to do a little bit of work. Hey, go do a little bit of work. I get a new card. Good. Flip it over. Oh, it's a good card or wasn't a good card. Good. Go do some more work. Get another card. Go do some more work. Get another card. Help somebody. Get another card. Make a difference in somebody's life. Get another card. You can change your cards. You can change your stars. You're not stuck with the cards you were dealt. That's just your beginning hand. And you know what? If you got all aces and you're playing poker and you got 4 aces on the just very first, that sucks. That's no fun. If you win every time, that's no fun. It gets boring. I had an old girlfriend once that said, if life gets boring, risk it. So you got to start risking it, man, and have some fun. And nothing's fatal. We're not curing cancer here. We're helping people. And the only way you can get what you want out of life is help other people get what they want out of life. So why did we create the foundation? Well, in a nutshell, it was to help you have a better life. We want you to have a better life. I've been all over the world. I've been to 50 countries. I've been all over China, all over India. I've seen a lot. Been to Everest, been to Mount Everest twice, helicopter twice to Everest. Amazing things that I've seen in my life. And I've done a lot. But the one thing that I haven't done that I'm really concentrating on now is making a huge difference in people's lives. And I can do that the way we're doing it now, digitally, because our purpose is to provide free success and money classes for anyone, anywhere. Now, that's a big, tall order to get through, and we're starting on it. And we're supported by best-selling authors and educators and entrepreneurs, people that think like us. You know what? We're not that smart. Book smart, college smart, we're not that smart. People that have an MBA, for Masters in Business Associate. We don't have an MBA. We have a massive bank account. You've got people that have a PhD, in philosophy. They're a doctor or something like that. They can teach it. We don't have that kind of a PhD. We have a PhD and piled higher and deeper because we're out there doing it. As I go for a walk, there's a street right next to me. And on that street, there's a manhole cover. And there's a story about a guy who created these manholes, and he made them for $1 and sold them for $2. Made them for $1, sold them for $2. And they says, well, how are you successful? And he goes, well, I'm getting a 10% rate of return. Well, he's not getting a 10%, he's getting 100%. He didn't even know his math. But he simplified and multiplied, simplify and multiply, simplify and multiply. In your life, we need to take all the complexity of life and simplify it down as simple as we can get it. Simple, simple, simple. And then we add zeros. We multiply, 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 multiply. And you become better than the rest of the people in some skill. And then you take that skill out. And then you market that skill and you solve bigger problems. The way you become successful is you solve bigger problems. Successful people make more money. Why do they make more money? It's because they have studied successful people. I listened to Tony Robbins this morning. Do I need to? No. Could I be sitting around on a cruise ship going around the world? Yes. Could I just punch out right now? Yes. But what fun is that? The worst time in my life is after I had a heart attack. And either that or I think that was it. Because I've had some back surgeries that really crushed me. The worst time in my life was when I had nothing to do and all day to do it. That was horrid. Nothing to do and all day to do it. Now, luckily, I'm feeling really good right now and I'm getting a lot of stuff done. And the same is true with you. You need to go out there and have some fun. Life's a game and games are fun. Everything you do is a game and games are fun. Don't take it so seriously. And trade your cards in. How do you trade your cards in? You go do some more work. You solve another problem. You solve a problem, you get a new card. You get to throw away your old card and get a new card. You study successful people, you get to throw away old cards and get new cards. You add more value. You add more value than the next guy. Everybody wants to get away with as little as they can for as much money as they can. Well, that's just wrong. I've been an employer. I've employed thousands and thousands of people. And I'll tell you, when the whole marketplace changes on you and you look at the people that are valuable to you and the ones that you got to keep, it's not the ones that cost you the least amount of money. It's the ones that bring you the most value. And we've had the right size companies after whole market shifts and stuff like that be more valuable. Study successful people, be more valuable. You know, those are two of the things. And solve problems. Solve problems. Problems are fun. Problems are a game and games are fun. Problems are a game and games are fun. Let's go solve the problem. You know, they asked Jeff Bezos, what makes the people, the leaders in Amazon so successful? And he said, it's not the smartest ones. It's not the most experienced ones. It's the ones that have a good outcome, which means they take time, they figure out what is a possible solution. They go try it. It may work, it may not work. And then they come back and they tweak it and do it again. They update it, tweak it, do it again, get feedback, do it again. And they make good long-term decisions. Now, how do you make good long-term decisions? By learning from your bad decisions. It's just that simple. You're flipping a coin, you're going to lose. There's nothing, you're going to lose. If you're playing baseball, you're going to strike out, you're going to strike out 7 out of 10 times. You're striking out 8 out of 10 times. But if you only strike out 7 out of 10 times, you're playing in the major leagues and making millions and millions of dollars. The difference between success and failure in the highest levels is just tiny, but they're going to take the top percentage to do that. So be in that percentage. Trade your cards in. You can trade your cards in by simply solving bigger problems. The way you can do that is you can learn what the new cards are by studying successful people. How did they do it? How did they trade their cards in so they got better cards and solve bigger problems? Now, what's our problem out there we have right now? The problem we have is that success and money techniques are not being taught to the next generation. They're not being taught to your family and friends. You didn't learn them. Now, I was lucky. My dad was 4 days older than Warren Buffett, and I had a mini Warren Buffett that taught me. I was so lucky, so lucky. I just got dealt wonderful, wonderful cards. Now, we lived in a small town. There wasn't a ton of opportunity, but I learned how to simplify and do things and make things happen. And I failed a lot, but I succeeded too. And then you go out into life and you learn these things. I can go back and look at the lessons I learned, not by just my dad talking about it or reading about it, but we did it. Small businesses, investing, loaning money, and helping people get into cars and stuff like that. Well, I used those same techniques and those same strategies with hundreds of millions of dollars worth of sales off of the little techniques that I learned as a teenager, as a kid, because my dad taught me that. So you've got to learn these things, and they're there. They're there. You just got to quit looking at stupid dancing cats and stupid crap that's on social media, and you got to turn your attention to the good stuff. We've got students that have been on here for 300 hours going to class. That's wonderful. Now, the next thing is you got to pull the trigger. Pull the trigger, do something, flip the coin. I don't care if you win or lose. Take those cards. You're going to get dealt a set of cards. The nice thing is you can throw those cards in, get new cards. You can go out there and earn new cards. You can get your way around the Monopoly board. Life's a game and games are fun. So I want to thank every one of you for making a difference in people's lives, because truly the only way you can help someone, you can give them money, you can give them knowledge, and you can give them an experience about success and money by being the example for them. And you can do all three. But some people do just give our kids the money. Good luck. That's the hardest thing. And that's one of the issues I have. It's very difficult doing it. It's long. You got to just keep teaching it. You can give them the money. You can give them a book. Say, here, just read this, or go do it and say, well, come do it with me. Let's go do it. Let's go have some fun. Let's go flip this house. Let's go paint this house. Let's go do this. Let's get our books done. Let's do whatever we're doing. Life's a game and games are fun. So let's go play the game of life. Now you can see that we're playing the game of life with those leaderboards. Now don't get discouraged if you're not up in the top groups. The first thing is that you're competing on the who's enrolled the most people this week. Okay, so that's a new one right there. Did you enroll new people this week? That's the first step. Then number 2 is to get them to go to class. Get them to go to class and help them. That's your key. So you want to be successful? If you want to get what you want out of life, you got to help other people get what they want out of life. So I just want to thank every one of you. You're here because you're here. You're a winner. Now we just want to add some zeros to those wins. We want to put you up a couple more notches. We want to climb a few more stairs to the game of life. So thanks for watching. We're going to come back here. We've got a whole wonderful slate of classes we want to teach you today. So thanks for being here. We're going to be right back in just a second. Thanks for watching, everybody.